With the foundation laid down, I'm going to move across to my sidebar, and as the last couple of plan with me's, I have moved all of my things right up to the top of the page, so we're getting to use every scrap of it. So I'm using a kit from Paper Crown Planner. This is such a pretty kit. It's all about planning and spending some quality time at home. And at the moment, with Melbourne in stage 4 lockdown, it's just so appropriate for the current time. So I've used the Fashion Girl, I think they refer to them as, from the kit, as the top of my sidebar. And then I've added a couple of my weekly habit trackers down underneath there with some blue washi between them. Didn't lay them down as straight as I should have, and I've had to do a little bit of a play and a fiddle to get that where it needs to be. Normally when I lay them down, they're reasonably straight, but every now and again, you have some of those days where they just go down better than others. So I've gone back to another piece of washi to use under there while I have a look to see what else I'd like to use for the sidebar, and I am going to my trusty Monday to Sunday checklist, and then I'm popping down the bottom to white out the majority of the little calendar down there. Okay, so having done that, I'm going to move down to the bottom and use the matching washi to the bottom washi, just to finish that off at the side. And I've laid them down one on top of the other. I'm pretty happy that that's come up okay. And then I've gone to one of the spare full boxes and put that in down the bottom too, more decorative than functional. And as I often do, I'm now going to lay the base for putting down my things for the working week. I've used some more washi from the kit. I've gone to one of the pink ones and I've popped that down underneath the previous blue washi and the date covers, and I'm going to use that as the base for my work stickers. So I've added 3 work from home stickers because on this particular week that was the structure. I do 3 one week and 2 the next, and I've used Arctic Paper Studios work from home sticker. And then for my working at the clinics, I have used a GP sticker sticker, which is a lovely little desk with some flowers, a lamp, a desktop. It's one of my favourite desks actually. So at the top here, I've put a bow box from the kit, and I've added another GP sticker subscription payment. And then I've moved down to work on the rest of Monday. Now, I actually did come back and do a bit of playing around with this, and I'm very sorry that this meeting one down the bottom I've done out of the frame. So I used some of the deco from the kit. You'll see it in a minute, but while I'm working on it, you can't see it. And I cut that floral little bouquet in half, and I've used half down the bottom there for a meeting, and I've used the other half further up in the boxes. And I did have to move a couple of these around as I moved through the day. So using one of the little bow checklists, I created a list of the things that I needed to do at work this day. One of them was updating the wages book, the others running the doctor's reports, and there were a few other things in between there which made this day a little longer than usual, but that happens occasionally. Sadly, at the moment, with sort of going to work and coming home and then doing it all again, there's not too many exciting things to add to the planner. So all I can really do is make all the usual things in the week look a little bit better with some pretty stickers. I've used some of the scalloped washi that's in this script and popped that across the top of there and moved that little bow box down because I realised that I hadn't made any room for one of the most important things of the day. So I've used a quarter box from the kit, popped it up the top, and I've used a sticker from Arctic Paper Studio, and I have written down there, or stuck down there, that I really couldn't start this day without some coffee. So we've gone with a but first coffee sticker there, and then we've added a matching little coffee cup. Just a great size, that coffee cup, not too big, not too small, and very attractive. So that's in the gold foil. And I popped down there and put a little divider at the bottom of that bow box. That was actually in a light gold foil, which I really must go and foil some more of those little dividers because this Arctic Studio one is a fairly bright gold. It's really lovely, and keep the light gold separate. So I've moved across to Tuesday, added a little to the top of that page, and put a payday sticker from Samantha May Sticks with one of her little decorative circles as well. She's got some sweet little circles and boxes with florals on them, which look really quite lovely. Then I've looked through and had a think about what I'm going to add next, and the little checkbox that I wanted to use was not going to fit in that space, so I've gone down below the full box and added 3 things that I needed to do today, which was the minutes from the previous night's meeting. Had to do some RCTIs for our registrars, and I needed to do some reconciliations for some deliveries that had come in the last couple of days. Then down the bottom I've used a half box, a lovely floral half box from the kit, and using a Mum and Me script I've added Happy Mail to there. This was a good day for Happy Mail. There is a few things came in on this day, which was lovely. And then I've used an Arctic Paper Studio envelope to add to that Happy Mail excitement, and just marked on there that the Arctic stickers came in, that I got a delivery from the silver marker, and I also had to do a feedback for the Aura Estelle for that delivery, which was good. And then I've used a littles at the bottom of the page and marked Poirot, and on this littles I've used an Arctic Paper television to mark that this was something I watched at the end of the day. And so moving back up to that gap that I had at the top, I wanted to mark that when I came home from work that afternoon I had done some filming, and so I used a quarter box and I used a film script sticker, which is one of my own, and added a camera from my newest edition from her Icons. And that pretty well took us to the end of Tuesday. Adding a little bow from the kit just between, or just on the top of that blue box on this occasion. With Tuesday complete, I'm moving across to Wednesday, and I've used a lovely divider from Samantha May Sticks. I've got a few of hers left over from different kits, and they are really pretty colours, and the gold foiling is to perfection, and the little bows are quite simple. And then I've popped on a sleep-in sticker with the lashes from Arctic Paper Studio. Used another one of the half boxes, the floral half boxes from the kit, and I've marked on here that one of our colleagues at work had a birthday this day, and while we're not able to do much in the way of celebrating under these current restrictions, we can mark the day, and she did receive a little gift that our doctors like to give to the staff, so that was really nice. So I've just marked that at the top of the workday on Wednesday, and then moving under there I've used another one of those 3 checklists with the little bows, and I actually cut up the divider or the header that I used above, another one of them, to add a little bit of foil to the front of those. And I just marked on here that I needed to do another agenda. I had some catch-up practice management stuff to do, and I had to work through some new reports that one of our software packages are now doing, which is a little frustrating because they weren't working as they were supposed to. So I did have a little bit of a battle with some old heart scripts there, and decided in the end that I'd use these little bow ones and pop them there just to catch a little bit of foil into that little track box. So moving on from there, I've also popped a little piece across the corner just to finish it and use it all up. And then I've gone down now and had a look and thought the gap was just a fraction too big, so I've popped in another one of those little bow dividers from the kit. And then taking one of the little quarter boxes had a little bow on it, I've moved down to the bottom of the page and marked that I watched a show that I've been looking at on a Wednesday night. It's a serial one. I don't think it's got too much longer to go, and that's called Confession, just on 7/2, It's just a British crime series, really. And then I've used a lovely piece of the deco from this kit. Her little deco pieces to match this were really very sweet. Lovely little pastel um, and floral scenes. They were gorgeous. So that finishes off the first half of the week. It was the week for birthdays this week at work, and we had another staff member to celebrate. So I've taken a half box from the kit and popped it up to the top of Thursday. I also used some of the deco, the lovely deco that's in this kit, and popped that to the side of the box, and included a birthday sticker from Mum and me, as I had done previously, and a Harriet Wright cupcake also from the same as the box before it. Didn't want to really make any difference between the two girls. Valuable birthdays, and we celebrated as best we could in COVID style. Once I'd completed this birthday box, I still continued to fossick about a bit to find the next sticker to put down and where I was going to go. Whether I'd head to the bottom of the page or come up a little bit. I then went and grabbed one of the Simply Gilded dividers and popped them between the birthday and the full box there. And then I've gone down and added one of those bow check boxes, just popped in there that I had received the Simply Gilded sub box, and that I also needed to do an agenda for the doctor's meeting that we were having in the evening. And so that little box finished up quite nicely, and then I headed in to get that little piece of deco that I had cut from the previous box and add that to the side of that one. And that's where I've added the Samantha May sticks, I should say, little bow. Then I popped down to the bottom of the page with one of the littles. Actually, I ended up going with a quarter box. And I just noted on there that that evening I watched Father Brown, and I've put one of the television icons from Arctic Paper Studios after that, once I'd filled that in. It's always a bit tricky writing on the edge of the coils, so it tends to be a little bit just not as tidy as some of the others. I did fossick around for a little while trying to find the next sticker that I was going to use. Couldn't quite decide whether I would add coffee, or I was even contemplating cutting up a full box at this stage. But I did decide on a half box, and I added a Arctic Paper Studio sticker, but first coffee, and a matching little coffee cup there. And that was roughly put through the middle of that side. And then I've gone and had a bit of a look through again. This last day, although there wasn't a lot to have to mark, I just seemed to be indecisive as to what stickers to put down, which is not really like me. I tend to usually make a quick decision and or reasonably quick decision and go with it, but I was fluffing about. That is the only disadvantage of a kit that has a ton of stickers in it. Sometimes you're so spoilt for choice it takes ages to make a decision. But in the end I settled on a blue quarter box from the kit and just marked on there that I had some much needed quiet time. One of the biggest benefits of working from home is that you have no interruptions. I mean, it is part of the nature of my job when I'm in the clinic, and no complaints, but it's amazing how much you can get done when you are quietly working at home without interruption. Then I've taken a little piece of deco, a little heart piece, and popped that on the side of that sticker. I'm using a Monet Plans, actually. I think it's meant to be a header, but I'm using it as a divider on this occasion. And again, still struggling to get them straight, which is not usually my problem, but today it certainly was. And unfortunately, I lost a little bit of foiling on the end, but I thought, no, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use it and pop it in there as a bit of a divider. Then I've gone to one of the spare full boxes that came in the kit, the one with the mobile phone, which was quite appropriate for the day. And just marked on there that we had ticked all the boxes and done all the things we needed to do, and we're ready to launch the e-script, which was going to make a big difference to the workload of both the doctors and the staff at the clinic. So that was a really good thing to be doing. So I've just marked on that box the launch of eScript, and underneath it I put a little bit of that scalloped washi that I had cut up earlier. Then down the bottom of the full box I used one of the bow boxes from the kit, and I marked on here that Friday night, which is a night I tend to hit the wall, I'm a bit pooped after the week. I did a bit of a plan with me binge watch, and I'm sorry I popped that out of frame, but that was a sticker from Arctic Paper Studio. So using another one of those bow boxes, which are really lovely, and they're often in the paper crown planner kits, I've written up there that I started the morning off on Saturday by filming the plan with me for August 3rd. And then having a bit of a look through again, because I still have plenty of stickers to use, and I'm only one more day to go. So I wanted to try and use as much as I could. I've decided to put a flat lay underneath that world globe, and that flat lay had a computer on it and some coffee and a few bits and pieces, which was indicative of what I was doing on this day, because I decided to do a little bit of designing. Wanted to do a few of my own icons. I find that there is plenty on the market without a doubt, but occasionally getting something that's just the perfect size. I also wanted to have a play with sort of some scalloped stickers and some mandalas and things like that. So that was what Saturday consisted of. And I've gone back and used that, my newest addiction divider, and just popped that under the globe. Now looking at finishing for later in the day, I did a voiceover on this day as well with the one that I had filmed earlier, and I uploaded it to YouTube. So I've used a little bit of deco from the kit, a little bit of floral that was left, and trimmed that just a little bit, and added a YouTube sticker from Arctic Paper Studios again. They're nice stickers. I'm quite enjoying them. This is the first time I've used them to a larger degree in a spread, and I really think that they've come up well. They're good size. They're effective. They've got interesting scripts, and they do a combination of large and small and script. And yeah, generally I think they're really lovely. And then I've gone across to my weekend banner and popped up a Hello Weekend, again from Arctic Paper. The little bow on the side is really sweet. It's very simple, but it's very effective, and it's certainly picking up the gold in those simply gilded washies up there as well, which is really nice. So on to Sunday. My normal routine is I change my sheets on a Sunday morning. Not really sure how that came about, but just seems to be a habit I've gotten into. Then I've used a little bit of washi. Oh, and that change sheets is from GP Sticker Studio. It's actually one of my favourite sheet ones, so I quite like using that one. And then underneath I've put one of those little circle deco boxes onto a flag from the kit, that to say that I had filmed a small haul on that morning as well. And then a little sticker from the kit, another one of those bow stickers, this time with a blue bow on it. They're a nice sticker, plenty of room to write with the cute little bow at the top. And then some more deco from the kit to say that I spent the afternoon relaxing, which was rather nice, and got my planning ready in my personal planner for the rest of the week. And then underneath the final full box, I did watch a bit of Netflix. In fact, I watched the new Star Trek series, and I'm a bit of a Trekkie fan, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me on this. These are the stickers that I've had left over, and as you can see, enough for another full spread. Very soon I'm going to have to use some of these stickers up. A little bit of a wiggle while I show you the foil that was in this kit, and then I'll pop over and complete the sidebar. So I did my meals in the Monday to Sunday checklist and completed the spread by marking my cleaning and spending. Hope you can join me next time. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.